House hunting. Dialogue 1. Any luck with the classifieds today?
I found a couple of possibilities in the homes for sale category of the newspaper.
Tell me about them.
I found 3 in our price range. The first one is near a very good school.
But we don't have any kids.
I was thinking about the future. When we do have children, it would be very nice to have a good school nearby for them to go to.
What about the other 2?
The second one is close to your job. You would only have a 10-minute commute.
Now that sounds really great.
The third one is right next to a lovely park. I thought it would be very convenient to take the dog there on weekends.
I'm sure our dog would love that. Does the park allow dogs?
Yes, I checked on that. Since the house doesn't have a very large yard, we would have to have some place for the dog to get some exercise.
Those all sound like possibilities. When would you like to have a look at them?
How about this weekend?
Will they be available to look at?
Yes, 2 of them are having open hours.
At what time?
From 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Saturday and 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Sunday.
And the other house?
They will show the house by appointment only.
Did you make an appointment?
I called and made an appointment for Saturday at 2:30 in the afternoon. Is that okay with you?
Sure. I hope we can find a new house soon. Our lease of our apartment is almost up.
I'm sure that we will find one before our lease ends.
Dialogue 2.
I hear that you're moving.
It's true. We are moving next month.
It's a shame to see you go. We've been neighbors a long time.
You're right. It's been almost 10 years.
Have you sold the house yet?
Not yet, but the realtor has assured us that it shouldn't be a problem to sell it.
Is that so?
Yes. The realtor told us that our house has some nice features that make it very attractive to buyers.
Like what?
We have a large yard, a swimming pool, and a newly renovated kitchen.
Oh, when did you renovate the kitchen?
Just last year. We had new cabinets put in and replaced all the old appliances with new ones.
That must have been very expensive.
I think it was worth it. Since the kitchen was remodeled, we can sell the house for a higher price. The renovation has let us significantly increase our asking price.
Do you have anyone seriously interested in the house?
We have 2 buyers that want to make a bid on the house.
Do you think that they will give you a good deal?
I think that at least one of them will meet our asking price.
I'm glad things are working out for you, but I'll still miss you and your family. You've been very good neighbors.
Thanks. We'll miss you too. Dialogue 3.
Good afternoon, Mr. Peterson. I have some good news for you.
I was hoping that you might.
I wanted to let you know that the seller of the home that you are interested in will accept your offer.
I'm so glad. I really wanted it, but I was worried that he wouldn't take such a low bid.
It seems he was in a hurry to sell. He has to move to start his new job soon and needs the money to relocate.
Now that he has accepted the offer, what will I have to do next?
I have more good news for you. I heard from the loan company today. They have approved your loan application.
Thank goodness that the loan came through.
I wasn't too worried. Your excellent financial history made your approval a sure thing.
Did I get a good interest rate on the loan?
It's fairly low, and you can renegotiate the terms later.
I'm so glad everything is working out. How much longer will it take to get through all the red tape?
All of the paperwork should be ready by the end of the week. Then you and the seller can sign it all to make everything official.
When will I be able to move in?
The seller has already moved out, so you can move in as soon as the paperwork is signed at the end of the week.
That's soon. I can't believe it.
I'm so glad I could find you a home that you're happy with.
I really appreciate all your hard work. Net surfing. Dialogue 1.
Hello, Chris. Did you want to speak with me?
Yes, teacher. I have a question about the paper assignment.
I would be happy to help you with any of your questions.
I've been having some trouble finding information about my topic.
What have you decided to write your paper on?
I wanted to write my paper on dinosaurs.
That is a very interesting topic.
I've been interested in dinosaurs ever since I was a young kid.
What trouble are you having?
I found some books in the library, but they are very old. Some of them were written over 20 years ago.
Much has been learned about dinosaurs in the past 20 years. You definitely need to find some more current information.
I know, but I really can't afford to buy some of the newer books. They are very expensive.
You don't need to. You can find a lot of information on the internet that is free.
But I don't have a computer, and I've never used the internet before.
First of all, there are computers at the school that are for the students to use. Second, the internet is not difficult to use, and you can learn very quickly how to look up information.
Is it really useful to use the internet?
There are many benefits to using the internet. It offers a tremendous amount of information on all kinds of topics. It's available in one location, and it's free.
Why doesn't everyone just use the internet and forget about libraries?
Well, there is a lot of information on the internet that is untrue. We still need to use books written by professionals to guide us to understand what is true and what is false.
Will you show me how to use it?
Of course. Do you have time tomorrow afternoon after class?
Will it take very long to learn how to use it?
No, it's very easy. Would you like to meet tomorrow?
Yes, thank you very much. Dialogue 2.
Tommy, are you still on the internet?
Yes, Mom, I'll get off in a couple minutes.
Tommy, I think you've been on the internet too much lately.
Oh, Mom, I'm just having some fun.
What are you doing on the internet that takes so long?
I'm just emailing some friends.
Why can't you call them on the phone?
Well, they live really far away. The long-distance calls would be very expensive.
You can't have been emailing all this time. It doesn't take that long to write and send an email.
I've also been doing some homework.
Your teachers let you do homework on the internet?
This is the modern age. Lots of things in school are done on computers.
Okay, I approve of you using the internet for doing your schoolwork. But are you sure that you aren't doing other things?
Sometimes I just like surfing the net.
Surfing the net?
You know, just looking up different topics and learning more about them.
I don't know if I like you doing that.
Why not?
There are many things on the internet that are inappropriate for a boy your age.
I promise not to look at anything I shouldn't.
Just to be sure, I think I'm going to start supervising the things you do on the computer.
I think you are overreacting.
Well, I'm the parent, and you have to listen to me.
Okay. Dialogue 3.
Hey, Evan.
Hi there, Christy. Do you want to meet up later?
Sure. How about at the new Internet Cafe?
What's an internet cafe?
It's a place where people can pay a certain amount to use computers hooked up to the internet. They also serve drinks and snacks.
Wow, I didn't know that they had places like that.
They're becoming very common.
I wonder why.
Well, the internet is becoming available all over the world. People are using it for business, education, and just for fun. Internet cafes offer the internet to people who can't afford to buy their own computers.
You have a computer, so why do you want to go to an internet cafe?
Even people who own their own computers like to go to internet cafes. It lets you enjoy the internet with a group of friends. Also, sometimes these places serve great food. The internet cafe I want to meet at serves great coffee.
This sounds like a great business idea.
Internet cafes are making great money.
Is it really expensive to go to one of these places?
Some are expensive, but some aren't. The place I'm talking about is very reasonable. They charge a set fee for every hour that you use a computer.
How can they tell how long you've been using a computer?
When you sit down to use a computer, they give you a card that marks the time you start. When you finish, they take the card to see how long to charge you for.
Why haven't I heard about this place before?
It hasn't been open very long, but I'm sure you would have heard about it soon. It's becoming very popular.
I'm not very good with computers.
Don't worry. It's very easy to use the internet. Do you have an email account?
No.
I'll show you how to open an email account and use it.
I'd like that. Sports. Dialogue 1.
Are you going to football practice today, Ethan?
I can't today.
Why not?
I forgot to bring my shoulder pads with me.
I guess you don't want to play without them. You could really get hurt.
Coach is really going to get mad at me for missing practice.
Didn't you miss practice last week?
Yes, I hadn't finished a paper for my history class, and my father wouldn't let me go anywhere until I finished it.
Aren't you worried that the coach is going to cut you from the team?
I sure am. Maybe I can get my older brother to bring me my shoulder pads from home.
I think that's a good idea. You should really do that so you don't miss another practice. It's team policy if you miss 3 practices in a row that you get cut.
I love playing football and wouldn't want that to happen.
The rest of the team would miss you too. You are the star wide receiver, and I don't know if we could win if we lost you.
Thanks for the compliment, but remember, it's a team sport and a team effort.
But you know that you're one of the best players.
In a team sport, one person cannot take all the credit. Every person plays his part and deserves just as much praise.
You're a real team player.
What do you think our chances are of going to the championships?
Pretty good if we can keep players like you on the team. Do you think your brother will bring you your pads?
I think so. He knows how important football is to me.
Well, hope to see you at practice after school.
See you then. Dialogue 2.
It's so unfair.
What is?
The guys' basketball team is getting new uniforms and we aren't.
How come?
It's the same old.
What do you mean?
The guys always get a better deal than we do.
That might be true.
It definitely is. They get more time to practice on the courts than the girls' team, and they got their own bus to transport them to away games.
When you put it like that, it does sound unfair.
I'm going to complain to the administration that this is gender discrimination. They can't treat us differently just because we're girls.
I don't think that it will help.
Why not?
Because the guys' team brings in a lot more money for the school than the girls' team.
I think that's still prejudiced.
People pay more to see the guys play, and therefore the school gives them more perks than the girls. I don't think things are going to change.
Well, I'm still going to file a complaint. I might even go to the school newspaper and have them tell our side of the story.
This kind of thing has been happening for years, and it's not going to change immediately.
Well, it's still worth a try. Nothing's going to change unless we try.
I'm not too hopeful, but I will go with you. Dialogue 3.
Hi, Rich.
Hey, Vicky. Stop calling me Rich. You know I hate that nickname. I prefer Richard.
Sorry, I forgot. It won't happen again.
No problem.
Have you been following the Olympics?
Of course, it's very exciting.
What's your favorite event?
I like watching the swimming events. I used to swim in college.
Personally, I like gymnastics.
Why?
They are so strong and skillful. I admired them for all the time and effort they put into their sport.
What other sports do you watch?
I watch hockey and basketball.
Do you like boxing?
No, it's too violent. I don't think it's good for people to get hit. Boxers get seriously injured.
I like boxing. It's very thrilling.
I prefer sports where people have to work as a team instead of fighting.
There is a lot of skill in boxing. Boxers train very hard for many years in order to be in the Olympics.
I understand that. Boxing is just not the kind of sport I like.
Well, I guess I can't convince you. Holidays and vacations. Dialogue 1. Are you going home for Thanksgiving?
Yes, I'm really excited about seeing my family.
When was the last time you saw your family?
I haven't seen them since the 4th of July. We had a barbecue for the holiday.
I'm sure that you've missed them a lot.
I have.
Will you drive home?
No, it's too far and would take too long. I have decided to go by train.
Why not go by plane if you were worried about time?
I couldn't get a plane ticket. Thanksgiving is one of the airline industry's busiest times of the year, so I had to settle for a train.
Do you have a very large family?
Yes, I have 3 sisters and 4 brothers.
Wow, your parents had 8 children. That's really unusual nowadays.
Yes, but my parents both come from big families too. My mom is one of 6 children, and my dad is one of 7.
Thanksgiving dinner must be very crowded with all of your aunts and uncles.
Definitely. We have a family tradition of gathering at my grandparents' home for dinner.
Your mother's parents or your father's?
My mother's parents. My grandparents on my father's side are dead.
I'm sorry.
Will you visit your family?
Regretfully, I cannot.
Why not?
My parents live overseas. They are in Germany. I will visit them for Christmas, so I cannot afford a plane ticket to see them at Thanksgiving.
That is a shame. Why don't you come with me and have dinner with my family?
I wouldn't want to impose.
It's no imposition. We have so many people to feed at dinner that one more won't matter. Anyway, no one should spend Thanksgiving alone.
I would love to spend Thanksgiving with your family. Dialogue 2. Two parents discuss Christmas plans for their children.
Did you buy Timmy the train set he wanted?
Yes, and it wasn't easy.
Why not?
It was very difficult to find, and the stores were very crowded.
That's to be expected. The Christmas season is the biggest shopping time of the year. All stores are very busy.
At least the train was on sale.
Oh, that's good. We've spent so much on Christmas this year that every little bit helps.
Did you get Katie the doll she asked Santa Claus for?
I tried my best, but I couldn't find the exact one she wanted.
What did you get her instead?
I got her a doll that is close to what she asked for. It has brown hair instead of blonde.
I'm sure that you will like it anyway.
We better buy a Christmas tree soon. All the good ones will be gone if we wait much longer.
Why don't we go tomorrow?
Good. We don't have any plans tomorrow, so we should have time to buy a tree and decorate it too.
I guess I better get out the Christmas ornaments. Do you know where we put them?
The ornaments are in the attic. You'd better get out the Christmas lights too while you're up there.
I'd almost forgotten that. I always hate putting up the Christmas lights on the house. Climbing up the ladder in the cold is not my idea of fun.
But the children love seeing the house decorated for Christmas.
I know. Will you have time to wrap all the presents we bought?
I'll have to do it while the children are at school. I don't want to risk them seeing their presents.
That would really ruin the surprise of Christmas morning.
That's one of my favorite parts of Christmas. The children's surprised faces when they open their presents under the tree on Christmas morning.
Me too. Dialogue 3.
Aren't you excited about the coming summer vacation?
Absolutely. 3 whole months without any classes. What are you doing for the summer?
I have an internship at a museum.
What's an internship?
An internship is where a business or organization provides a temporary job for students to have an opportunity to learn about the job they are interested in getting after graduation.
What will you be doing?
I'm researching information on the lives of Native Americans before the European settlers arrived.
Will you be living at home with your parents?
No, the museum is in another state. I will be staying with some family friends who were kind enough to offer me a place to stay for the summer.
How long is the internship?
Almost 3 months, so for the length of the vacation.
Won't your parents miss you?
Yes, but they know that this internship is good for my future career. What are your plans for the summer?
I'm just going to get a job at my father's company.
What does the company do?
The company builds homes.
And what will your job be at the company?
I'm just going to answer phones and learn the ropes.
Are you going to work in your father's company after you graduate?
Probably.
You don't sound very excited.
It's a family tradition that the son takes over the company. My great-grandfather founded the business. When he retired, my grandfather took over, and then my father. My family expects me to continue the tradition.
Don't you think you will enjoy running the family business?
I think I will like it well enough. Traveling. Dialogue 1. Excuse me, do you speak English?
A little.
I'm afraid I'm lost. Can you help me?
Of course. Is this your first time visiting China?
Yes, it is all very confusing.
Where are you trying to go?
To the Fujian Bank on Beijing Road.
I'm sorry, but that's on the other side of the city. You are very far from where you want to be.
Oh no, I have a business meeting I must get to.
Would you like to take a bus there?
How long will that take?
Almost an hour.
No, The meeting is at 3 o'clock, and it's already 2:30.
How about a taxi? That will only take about 20 minutes.
That sounds good. How will I tell the driver where to go?
Do you speak Chinese?
No. Do many taxi drivers speak English?
Not really. Most do not know enough English to help you.
What will I do?
I will help you get a taxi. Then I will tell the driver where to go in Chinese.
Thank you so much.
If you stay long in China, you should learn some Chinese.
I will have to. I'm staying here on business for 6 months.
Then you must learn or you will have many problems.
Dialogue 2. Bonjour.
I'm sorry, I don't understand.
Oh, excuse me. I thought you were French.
No, I'm British.
Are you a tourist here in France?
Yes, I'm sorry, but I don't know any French.
Bonjour means hello. What do you think of France?
I'm enjoying myself very much.
France is known all over the world for its food. Have you tried any?
I've had some wonderful cheese, also some wine.
French wines are very famous, especially champagne. It's sparkling white wine.
I've also enjoyed many pastries.
How long will you be visiting France?
I'm staying for 2 weeks. I'm traveling all over the country.
Where have you been so far?
I've been to the Riviera.
Have you been to Paris?
Not yet.
You cannot visit France without seeing its most famous city.
I plan to leave for Paris in 3 days. I really want to see the Eiffel Tower.
I must go now. Have a safe trip.
Thank you for talking with me. I enjoyed our conversation.
Dialogue 3.
Hey there, you look bewildered.
I am.
Are you new to Australia?
Yes, I just got here yesterday.
Where are you from?
The U.S., from California.
What are you having trouble with?
I'm trying to exchange money. Do you know where I can do that?
There is a bank right down this street.
Thanks so much.
Are you finding it difficult to adjust?
A little, but at least everyone speaks English. When I was in Vietnam, it was a lot harder to adjust.
Do you speak any Vietnamese?
I didn't when I arrived, but then I learned a few phrases in the 3 weeks I was there.
Is it hard to learn Vietnamese?
It is difficult because it's very different from English.
Why were you in Vietnam?
Just on vacation. I was curious about Vietnam, so I decided to visit.
Well, here you won't have to learn a new language, but you'll have to learn the way we say some things.
Yes, you Australians have some very interesting idioms.
Are you staying long?
I'll be here for a year. I'm studying at a university in Sydney.
I hope you will enjoy your stay.
I'm sure I will.